So the 5 digital marketing skills that you can learn in 2026 to earn money, even as a student. That's what I'll be covering in this video. But before all of that, bit of context on why I'm making this video. So I'm currently the marketing director of one of the biggest marketing agencies in the world. And the honest truth is you don't need a degree, you don't need an internship, you don't even need to spend a single dollar to get started. And if I had known some of these things beforehand, I would have had a much easier journey and I would have learned a lot of these skills way before and gone much further in my career faster. I'm going to walk you through all 5 in order, and especially number 4 is something that's overlooked a lot, but it's the one that's paying students the most right now. So stick around for that, and by the end of the video, you're going to know exactly which skill you need to start learning this week for free to get started and turn it into the next freelance client or to get your first job. So here's the list of skills that you need to learn, and I'll explain why each one made the cut. Number 1 is a skill that a lot of people think is boring, but actually if you specialize in it, you can make a lot of money. Number 2 is one that especially small businesses really love because you don't need a lot of money to get started. Number 3 is something you can do with just a phone, so it's very easy to do. Number 4, like I said, is a really great opportunity, especially now with all the new developments. Number 5, there's actually a lot of money in this type of marketing, and there's a lot of opportunity as well as a result of that. So the first one in no particular order is paid search, or PPC. I really like this one. It seems pretty boring because it's essentially targeting people that search for queries on Google search. Like you might go on Google and ask a question, and the ads that pop up at the top or the bottom of the page. This is, however, a really important way to reach users that are searching because of the extremely high intent, which means they're specifically searching for a brand or a feature or a product that the relevant brand or client is actually pushing. So when that matches, you know that intent is there. And a big benefit of this is you only actually pay when someone clicks. So someone would have to search your relevant query and click for Google to even be able to charge you money. This is one of the highest paid digital marketing skills, especially because, like I said, it's really high intent, so you tend to see a lot of conversions come through. So if you start working for a new client and you can show them that you're capturing these users that are searching this and you're actually driving real conversions, that's really valuable. And you can see almost instant results. Another benefit is learning-wise, Google gives lots of free resources to learn this. They have their own certification as well. So you can learn this by yourself over a few days and get the certification and put it on your LinkedIn. And it's already going to be some official proof directly from Google that you know what you're talking about in paid search. And if you learn how to use this proficiently, it can fast track you into a job or freelance opportunities, because this is a skill not a lot of people have. Google Skill Shop, which is free. I'll link everything in the description. So if you go into Google Skill Shop, you can do the free official course and get the Google Ads certification for free. It's also free to set up Google Ads accounts. So you can literally just create an account as long as you have any Google account, and you can create some test campaigns, some test structures, do keyword research, and actually practice what this would look like. So you can do this on a dummy website, or you can select a real world website and just see what type of research you would do, what type of keywords you come up with, what type of ads you'd create, and you can create a portfolio with this. And if you know someone that can benefit with this type of marketing as well, you can offer to do it for free. You can actually track the results coming in from that as well. So you can learn the core structures, which is what the account looks like, campaigns, ad groups, ads, keywords, match types, and conversion tracking. So in terms of how to get paid with it, you can either go the freelance route, you can reach out to a lot of local businesses and you can say, I can see that you're not running any paid search ads currently. There's a lot of people searching. So for example, you can go into Keyword Planner, find out how many people are searching for the brand's name or specific products, or for example, something relevant to the brand and in the area that the brand operates. So if it's a restaurant, for example, you can say there are 500 searches a month for Italian restaurant in this specific city. And they can see that this is something that you can actually capture. And here you can waive your management fee and say, I'll do the management completely for free. You just have to pay for the ads themselves, which you can do directly with Google. So it's not something that you're getting, just to build that trust and show that you can actually drive conversions or drive leads that way. And pro tip here, when you create a new Google Ads account, Google always has certain offers. They do offers like if you spend $100, it'll give you a free $100 to work with. So you can position it like, if you can commit $100 of ad spend, I can get another $100 from Google and double the amount of ad spend. So you can get this many clicks for free. And for jobs, you can look at entry-level roles. You can show, for example, your Google certification. You can show that you've done this mock campaign structure, or you've created a test account using a real life client as an example. And the barrier here is quite low. Now, paid search is really valuable. Like I said, you can get started for free, you can get certifications for free, but you still need to spend money, or you have to convince a client to spend money to actually get started. So some of these other skills you can actually do genuinely for free without any ad spend. So number 2 here is email marketing. So how this works is you have an email list that you can create either by building up an email list over time, or you speak to a client that already has an email list from a newsletter or something, for example. And the way email campaigns work is you write up a sequence or a flow that can turn subscribers into paying customers. Welcome sequences, abandoned cart emails, newsletters, and promotional campaigns. Now, if you go into your own inbox, you'll probably see some emails that you've received from some brand, and you'll usually see that these emails are probably tailored to you. It'll call you by your name. It'll give a very specific offer to the product or service. Now, these campaigns can actually be started with no money. So unlike Google Ads or paid search, where you actually have to spend money to drive those clicks, in this case, you can actually set the whole thing up for free. So why this is good for students? Basically, every e-commerce brand needs this, and they might not be running this in an ideal way. It's one of the highest return on investment channels in marketing because it's so low in the funnel. And business owners are willing to pay for this whole flow to be built if you can show that you understand how to write this, how to create the flows, and how to create the automation. And you can build a sample portfolio without needing any real clients. So you can create some sample emails, show what the flow would look like, what email 1 to 4 would look like from the welcome email all the way to the final conversion driving email. So how to learn this for free? There is a company called Klaviyo that is doing a free course on this, and you can get a certification from them as well. HubSpot Academy also has a free marketing certification. And like I mentioned before, if you go into your own inbox, you can see what actual brands are running in email marketing campaigns. You can also subscribe to a bunch of different e-commerce newsletters and see how their flow goes. So what does their welcome email look like? What is the follow-up email? Do they follow up after a few weeks or a few months? What sort of structure do they follow? So how to get paid for this? Again, you can go the freelance route and offer to do, again, no management fee. You'll manage their email campaign for a month, and you can promise a set number of emails, like I can do 5 emails a month for you. And then once they can actually see that those conversions are coming through, you can upsell this into an ongoing management fee. And the clients that you can find are everywhere. You can find small local businesses, you can find small Shopify sellers, you can find slightly larger brands, although when the brand gets bigger, they're likely going to have an actual legitimate agency that they're paying to run this type of marketing campaign. And number 3 is one that's really going to be depending on what type of person you are. And I think this is especially good for students because being young is a really good factor in this. And this is managing a social media account. To do this on channels like Instagram, where there's a lot of young people, it's going to be important that you're able to speak their language, that you understand how they think, how the humor works, how to work with trends, and what methods people generally use to promote their videos. Again, like I said, this is organic, which means there's no paid element for it. So you can create an account for free, you can start posting for free. So the opportunity here is that there are a lot of small businesses that have no idea how to actually manage this by themselves. And it's also easy for you to create a portfolio because if you make a sample Instagram account and you grow this to, let's say, a few thousand followers, it's really good social proof that you can do the same thing for another brand. So pick your niche. So maybe you're into clothing, maybe you're into food, maybe you're into sports, and create an account, start posting every day, multiple times a day, and see how quickly you can scale this to 1,000 followers. And your pitch is essentially going to be the same thing. I can take your Instagram account and I can take it to this many thousand followers because I've done the same thing already. Or this can work even better where they don't have an Instagram account. You can say, hey, your competitor has an Instagram account. I can create one for you and scale it up to this many thousand followers. And this is really valuable because as long as you keep working with them, you can get them more and more followers. They'll be happy. And at whatever stage, if they stop working with you as well, those followers aren't going anywhere. So it's really valuable for them. With some of these other skills, they have to keep spending money, for example, with paid search to keep seeing the results. But in this case, the followers aren't really going anywhere. Now, number 4, as promised, it's one of the more difficult skills here, but also can be the most rewarding because it's really valuable for clients. And that is search engine optimization, or SEO. And the reason I'm bringing this out, especially now, is with the rise of AI, Google has their AI answers at the top of nearly every search, which has completely changed how SEO works. So now is a great time to learn something new and be at the forefront of it and show this either for a new client or for a company that you're applying for. Because there's going to be people that have 20 years of experience in old school SEO, but now that it's changed a bit, it's more valuable to show that you've adapted and learned the new thing, which everyone's going to have very low experience in. So the way it works is, for a search engine like Google, someone will search and they'll see results. Now, paid search or PPC is when there are paid ads appearing at the top or bottom. SEO is the normal listings that appear that don't show that it's a sponsored ad, because these are actual listings that are there for free because they are the most relevant to the search term. And the reason this is valuable is, as you can imagine, for a really broad term like best shoes, if a company like Nike is appearing at the top completely for free, for the whole year, technically, they can just appear at the top and get all those clicks that are coming through, all the conversions that are coming through as well. And it's going to stay there. While with a lot of other channels, you have to keep paying money to keep appearing. Now, why this is good for students is, again, it's completely free to learn. Google publishes lots of documentation on it. They publish videos on it, because ideally they want everyone to have really good SEO. You can build a case study by taking a sample website or a friend's website and improving it by yourself. Now, number 4, as promised, is one of the most important skills in digital marketing, and this is search engine optimization. And it's one of the highest paid skills within marketing. And the reason I specifically call this out is because with the rise of AI, SEO is even more valuable. Now, just to quickly explain what SEO is, just like I mentioned, PPC or paid search ads, and you have to pay for a placement within the search results, because every time someone clicks, you get charged. While SEO is, you naturally appear on these search results based on how relevant your page is to the search query, and if you answer that question. And the biggest benefit of this is that it's free. So for example, if the search is best shoes, which you can imagine millions of people will be searching, and Nike's appearing at the very top naturally because they have a really good page about what the best shoes are, they're going to be getting potentially millions of clicks to their page and getting sales for free off of this. And why I'm saying this is relevant for students or someone with very less experience is, very recently with the rise of AI, SEO has gone through a really huge change. So a lot of pages that were ranking first are no longer ranking because at the very top Google's AI results are showing. So if you know how that works, how to optimize to appear even then it's a really valuable skill, because SEO has been around for more than 20 years. So with a brand new development happening, if you can show that you know how to still rank even with these changes happening, that's going to be really valuable, because even the people that have 20 years of experience in SEO will be brand new to this skill. Now, how a student can learn this, Google has lots and lots of resources in SEO, because ideally they want every single business and every single website to have the best SEO possible, because for all their users, it'll give the best experience. And again, to learn, you can pick a client's website and show exactly what you would do to improve the SEO of that website. This might include improving the page speed, what type of keywords they can rank for, and even what the competitors are doing. And a really great tool to use this is SEMrush, which offers a free 1-week trial for you to test it out and see what type of research that it can do. And in terms of how to get paid with it, again, you can go the freelance route or working for a company. So with the freelance route, you can reach out to a lot of local businesses and you can say that you can do a free SEO audit. And again, that you can start off doing this for free and you can show how they can get additional users to their website and maybe even some conversion. The big difference with SEO is it takes months to see results. So you can create a new article, it can be relevant to all the keywords that you're trying to target, but it can still take several months for this article to even appear on the search results. But it's also that much more valuable because the changes that you make and the additional free traffic that you get will pay for itself. Finally, last but not least, number 5 is Amazon or e-commerce marketing. And what this involves is helping sellers or brands optimize and grow their presence within Amazon. And again, like Google search, there is the organic side of things where you're trying to improve their listings, keyword research to make sure that they can rank for searches within Amazon, and the paid side, which is running ads within Amazon's own platform. And why this is good for students, this is a really great way to set yourself apart. So if you have some experience in other bits of marketing, but you also have Amazon marketing under your belt, it makes you look that much more versatile. There are thousands of sellers across Amazon that can't afford to have an agency do the marketing for them. They really need help to improve their listings and even to manage their paid ads. And again, you can learn all these skills for free. Amazon officially has their own seller university where you can learn all these skills for free. And for your own learning, for the organic side, you can study top ranking listings in any product category and reverse engineer the titles that they use, the bullet points that they use, the images and the copy that they write on the page to appear for the keywords. Amazon Ads also follows a similar campaign structure to Google Ads. So if you learned that already, it'll transfer quite well here. And again, to get paid with this, you can reach out to these sellers that probably won't have anyone doing the marketing for them and offer to help optimize their listing or run their ads. So quick recap of everything that we went through. Number one was paid search or PPC, which is running ads that appear on Google's search engine, either at the top or bottom of the listing, and you pay only when a user clicks. Number two is email marketing, which involves creating lists of users that are interested in the brand and then creating flows or automations to reach them and make them want to convert. Number three is social media management, which should be quite self-explanatory because you'll see a lot of social media accounts that are doing this already. Number four is SEO, especially considering the changes that have happened with the rise of AI. And number five is Amazon e-commerce marketing. If I could just pick one for you to take away as homework and learn, that'll even put you ahead of people that formerly did a degree in digital marketing, it would be paid search or PPC, because you can do the certification pretty quickly, you can learn how it works pretty quickly, you can create a test account and actually see what the structure looks like. And if you can really show proficiency, it can put you ahead of a lot of competition. Because when clients or companies look to hire people to do marketing, they want people that have actually gone in and done these things and can actually answer questions about it, which a lot of people can learn in theory, but the hands-on experience is completely different, and that's what a lot of people will want to see. If this is useful, let me know what you're going to start learning. If you have taken this away and learned something, comment down below. I'd love to know what you've actually learned, and if you've gotten your first client off of this, I'd love to know that as well. If you want me to go deeper on any of these, let me know and I'll create a separate video on it, just so that the video doesn't get too long. I didn't go in depth in any of these, but I can make a video if it's helpful. All right, subscribe for more.